From our studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thie. Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thie, coming to you from the Iowa Lakes Corridor Development right here in Spencer. I've got with me today the new CEO, Shannon Landauer, is here with us today. And welcome.
Yes, thanks for coming, Jeff.
It's such a pleasure to finally, well, I guess I did see you briefly. You came to Dickinson County Board of Supervisor, representing the corridor at that time, but I thought, since you're fairly new here, it'd be an opportunity to let everybody kind of get a feel for who you are and where the corridors might be going from here and so forth. And talking to Joe different times, I said, I'm going to let her get settled in before I start dragging. This ain't 60 minutes, but sometimes you got to get your feet wet before.
Yes, exactly.
Well, let's talk about, first of all, a little bit about your background, Shannon.
Yes, professionally, I came here from Carroll, Iowa. I was serving as the executive director of both Carroll Area Development Corporation and the Carroll Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
So kind of a dual role. The economic development was on a county level, where Chamber was just serving our community.
Right.
So we had different audiences, but really loved that work. And came to that role from Boone County, Nebraska. Had been in a very rural economic development setting there. That's really where my career got started. So.
Wow, and that's some challenges, developing in a rural area. Yeah. And Carroll, while being a good-sized town, we're so fortunate up here in Northwest Iowa through our corridor. If you look at the recent census with the population growth and young families coming in, and out of the 99 counties in Iowa, not a lot can do that. So coming from Carroll, what do you like about that type of work? What kind of satisfaction do you get?
I started in this work not having a fully developed understanding of what economic development work truly meant.
Yeah.
And so very, very quickly in my first role, I realized how impactful the work was. Every day it's different, and while I may just be working on a project to help a business open, it's someone's life.
Yes.
Even if you have a project announcement and there's a number of jobs, that one position may be providing hope for someone that was struggling, but we also get to watch the projects grow from startup through evolutions in their industries. And so I would say what I love the most about the work is getting to provide that hope to people, getting to provide an impact on somewhat of a level, no matter what size the project is. And truly, I have a passion for small towns.
Yeah.
I grew up in a very rural area, and I know they have so much to offer.
Yeah,
so
very true. And a big part in some of the different pieces of the puzzle for development, and like I was talking about with population growth we're seeing, in particular in Dickinson County, there are communities that anybody who wants to come into town, you're thrilled to get them. It's going to be 13 jobs. That's huge for our area. And, up in this area, and we're happy to get that development, but you can kind of plan a little bit of, here's some that we don't currently have in this region that could really flourish, and then going out and recruiting those businesses or business owners, whatever it may be.
Yes, exactly. I think that when you compare more urban development organizations to rural, one of the things I love about the rural work is that every project we touch has an impact.
Yeah.
That new little boutique or a bakery or whatever it may be, there's such an excitement and an energy around any project that you just don't get to know it on a personal level in those metro areas. And so you're exactly right. We get to really have those conversations about what industries or businesses complement what we have, and how do we go get them. And one of the things that attracted me, and I suppose many, to the region is just that while so many communities in Iowa can talk about values and work ethic and safety and all those things, those really are fundamentals, but in the Lakes Corridor we have something different. We have something special that not every community can offer, from the true recreation points to just the variety of community. They're all so different, but there's so much synergy, so I just love it.
Yeah, and it's very true. As you look through the counties that make up our corridor, there is diversity. But there's also a great many things we can all offer or help each other as well.
Exactly.
So as you look forward, do you see some areas that throughout the corridor that as you move forward with your position and what the corridor can do, that you look and go, here's maybe some key points that maybe haven't been addressed enough or at all, and some things I'd really like to address in the next 5 years or so?
Sure. You know, every development program, you've got to be doing a little bit of everything, right? You just pull the levers a little differently. And I think right now, talent is such a conversation.
Yeah.
And while we can't just do one thing to solve a talent problem, we can start to make some impacts. We can really study and know what our situation is, and that's something the corridor is working very hard on right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, though, about telling our story. And so while the company announcements like we see are so important to diversify our economy, they need the people to function. The people are critical infrastructure as well, like when we talk about broadband. So when you really take a look at that lifestyle we offer, the diversity of opportunity that we offer, and again, that infrastructure, we have quite a culture of startup capabilities, of bring a job with you and work from home, even while you're sitting at the lake. You know, there's so much we can do, but I think a lot of it centers around communicating our story as a region to that broader audience. You know, when you just take a look at different metros or some things you see out there in the world right now, a lot of people feel like maybe there aren't so many opportunities. And, you know, I think we just have to remind ourselves daily that we are living someone's dream.
Yeah.
And an opportunity to have a steady job and to educate kids and whatever it may be, and to start a business. You know, some kids at their younger ages may not think about that, but every opportunity we get to talk about the corridor and how we can grow together as a team. And again, I mentioned, you know, it's about the people, it's about small business and startup, it's about industry. We're selling products globally out of this region, which is so neat. So I think going forward is doing a lot of the groundwork that's been laid, but it's really about communicating why we're so special.
Yeah, and I see great opportunities moving ahead with the, you know, workforce. And one thing, people that want to go out and find a job, perhaps something that they can really move up in, the opportunity is now. People are screaming for help. And you add in the fact that we have got such great educational, whether it's our community schools or our secondary. We got Iowa Lakes Community College, we have BV, and you know, for people to further themselves or maybe take this opportunity in time when they're working from home to build up a degree. I think moving forward, our workforce and businesses that may be looking at this area are looking at something that could just absolutely blow up. It looks so well.
You just stated something so important. When I mentioned the data and the review that we do, it's not just about unemployment, it's about underemployment and upskilling. And, you know, the governor's programming around last dollar scholarships and those types of things have just made a great environment for that right now.
Yeah, and we're also recognizing that, you know, in the diversity of our workforce, sure, we need the college graduates and so forth, you know, then bring in some more white collar, but there are people have no interest in their abilities lie elsewhere, working with their hands and so forth. We're lucky to have those opportunities, as well as being able to bring those people in, or we find them right here. They're homegrown as well.
Yes, you know, our kids have so many tools right now, and they're problem solvers.
Yeah.
Problems we don't yet know we have.
Yeah.
They'll know.
That's life.
Yeah.
So we're just thrilled to have you here. Anything coming up for the corridor that you want to talk about?
Yeah, you know, we are so excited. Clay County Fair is coming up. It really kicks off the fall season and all of the activity through the fourth quarter. We're excited. The business recognition program for the corridor is going to be live again in person. We're so excited with that, getting everyone back together.
Yeah.
And we will be hosting a legislative event too, dates to be determined, but bringing our legislators out so we have access to them for our industries, our partners, before they go into session.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk to them about what our issues are today that they can bring with them. So.
And how do they know if they don't talk to the people that are living, breathing, and raising their families here?
Exactly. It's so important to have those conversations. So we're excited to host that.
We got some great things coming up here, Shannon, and of course, right on the website, and you got Facebook going on, so all the information's right there.
It's there. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to the area from Carroll, Iowa, and we're just thrilled to have you here and looking forward to see where the corridor goes under your tenure here.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Shannon Landauer again, the CEO of the Iowa Great Lakes Area Corridor of Development. We want to thank her for taking a few minutes with us, and as always, we thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast.
Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you in part by the headquarters of the University of Okoboji is at the Three Sons, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4. The Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Ruthven Locker at the lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.